Hey, technique of the month. It's our old, we used to call it foot stomp, now it's called Achilles stomp. Quick explanation, and then I guess I'll tell you why we're making this the technique of the month. Whenever I show this to class, basically we used to call it the foot stomp. Oh, right down on those little bones. Lift your knee up high like you're crushing a pop can. These little things, little crunch and crackle, all that good stuff. We can also, if we're standing up, kind of a little bit of an angle, take that tip and that fib. Again, usually it's just stomping on something. Where we really show is after we've done somebody. I can certainly go back to the skull if I had to, if my life were dependent on it. As he gets up, that radial roll the bone. But here's why we're calling it the Achilles stomp. I've fallen in love with, bang, that's called a hobble. You snap that Achilles and they've got a good 9 or 10 months of recovery ahead of them. They're not going to get up and chase you even if they're on drugs. If you would. Where we're using this a lot, and as I'm teaching class, I follow in love with this, we don't do this just on the day that it comes around on the lesson plan. We do it like every day. It's part of it. It's just the same as grabbing and kneeing somebody. For instance, if we were doing outside advances, each swing in and do an outside advance, we're moving around, then we add punches, then we add the punches into the ground, and we used to be done there. We worked it to that point. Anymore, my last 3 or 4 reps, I have them dumping. I said, you're kneeing him and pulling him anyhow. When you feel him going forward, put him on the ground. I tell them, miss by a good foot. But what I'm looking for is they got to work their muscles the way they want them to work. They lift it and slam on the floor. So we're just, so we put that on our combative and, if you would, our front choke. Same thing. We'll end it with any of the chokes, any of the headlocks we're doing. And we always push off. And that's cool. That's what we want them to work. But I'll tell them all your last 3 reps now. After those knees, dump, stop, and get out of there. Again, I'm throwing that at the end of pretty much every combative practice and every crop technique that we